So we're asked to graph this in Newton. Before you do, the first thing to make sure you don't miss it is to probably factor inside here, because to know the phase shift, know where we're shifted horizontally, we should have it in this standard form. Factor out the coefficient of x, factor out 1/4, and see what you're left with. If I do pi over 8, if I divide by 1/4, then I'm flipping and multiplying by 4 over 1. So it gives you pi over 2. Okay, because now we can find out how cotangent has been shifted from the origin. That's going to be the black dot that you see here. Okay, so the black dot is being shifted pi over 2 units. Now this is a tricky part because some students do pi over 2 units to the left here. But Newton's not going to mark that wrong. It has to be pi over 2 units to the right because subtracting in your phase shifts is actually moving you to the right. Addition moves you to the left. So this needs to be pi over 2 units to the right, the black dot. So shifted the start. And then this is a vertical shift of -3, so we go down 3. There's where a black dot needs to go. Okay, now for the rest of it, look, the coefficient of x is going to be a 1/4. And the period of cotangent is pi, not 2 pi, but pi divided by the absolute value of b. So it's going to be pi divided by 1/4. If you flip and multiply there, you get 4 pi. That means this thing should repeat itself after 4 pi units. So that means my red line needs to stretch over here to 4 pi. That way the distance between these two red lines is, oh, actually it's a little more. There we go. That way the distance between the two vertical red lines is 4 pi, because that represents the period. That represents when this thing starts repeating itself. We start at pi over 2. We need to end at 4 pi over 2. That way we have a full period of 4 pi. And then the last part is this blue dot. This blue dot, it looks like they're looking for pi, 2 pi. So 3 pi over 2 is what they're looking for. So we just need to plug in 3 pi over 2 into this equation to find out what the dot is. Ugly writing, sorry about that. Okay, so simplifying inside the parentheses, the innermost parentheses, that 3 pi over 2 minus pi over 2 makes makes pi. And so cotangent pi over 4, you can figure that out real quickly by drawing a pi over 4 angle and drawing a reference triangle. Keep it in the unit circle. And that means square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. So cotangent is the adjacent divided by the opposite. So this is 1. So 1/2 times 1 is 1/2 minus 3. So that's going to be -2 and 1/2. So our blue dot should be at -2 and 1/2 right there.